Hello everyone, welcome back to the marathon. My name is huds601. I am going to be running Sonic Dream Team for you all. Joining me on this virtual couch, the one, the only, the man with the mouth, it is of course Argik. Hello mate.
Where?
Where?
You gotta find him. Where is it?
He's in my head, I can hear him.
No. Now I'm in your head,
Oh,
and
God.
that's not a good thing.
Why is my head so empty?
Because I don't know, why is it empty? There's no space in here.
Hopefully there's
Can I get your screen, mate?
Oh yeah, I forgot to share my screen with you. That would probably be wise, wouldn't it? Then you
It
can
would
actually
be.
see the game. Nah, you can just figure it out
Yeah.
as we go, mate. You'll be alright.
That's fair. I do that all the time, yeah.
There you go. Right, this is Sonic Dream Team. We're running this on an Apple TV. This is an Apple Arcade exclusive game. There's loads and loads that we can talk to you all about, but we'll do that during the run. Shall we get this thing underway?
Absolutely, mate. Let's go for it.
Fantastic. In which case, let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, you can journey further into the dream. Welcome to Sonic Dream Team, everybody. This is an Apple Arcade exclusive. That means you play this on your Apple device as long as you can access the Apple Arcade. Things like iMacs, iPhones, iPads, even the Apple TVs can all play this. It is very, very good. Very, very fun. Huds is going to be starting off here as our speed characters. We have two of them. We have Amy, Rose, and Sonic T. Hedgehog in our very first level here. The main important thing you need to know about this is that in these big levels, these main levels, there are the red star rings. The HUD is going to be doing a specific route to grab all 5 red star rings, as they will give us an extra dream orb, which is super important because the dream orbs are how we're going to progress through the story mode here. Down in the middle section of the level, you see the game is trying to tutorialize you and tell you you need to go and find the 3 keys, but it's being very mean to you right now, not letting you turn it around. But we grab the keys here. The keys will allow us to advance through the rest of the level. Deliberately going to go all the way through to the left-hand side here because there's a red star ring. Then we're going to do some checkpointing. It takes us right back to the last safe spot that we landed on, and that'll allow us to open up the door to advance through the stages here. So we're going to have a little bit of fun going through here. We will unlock more characters as the dream goes on. The basic premise of the game is simple. Eggman has kidnapped Cream the Rabbit and is trying to invade her dreams, where Eggman can then make them his dreams and make his ego say that he loves it. I don't know, it's very interesting. But Cream is being protected by REM. REM here is just, you know, REM sleep, REM. It's very funny, it's very clever, I like it. But she is being protected and harnessing the power of dreams to keep them out of Eggman's hands here. And there are the first 2 dream orbs that we need.
Nice.
So the game at the start here is very simple. In the case of it is a very linear game. You just go through the levels as they come. You may notice that the second level is very similar to the first level. That's because it is. Think of it like Sonic Colors, where the main level is the big version of the level, and then the levels after it, each of the individual acts, are mini levels that add additional challenges to it. You're still going for the dream orbs, but in this case, the big middle area had extra bouncers and that sort on it. And as we go through the game, we unlock more, we get more of the story of the Dream Team running our way through here. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is a great fun game. Lots of little missions. I think there's like 60 individual missions. Basically, the idea of this is we're collecting the dream orbs. We need to get 70 dream orbs to unlock the final boss of Nightmare Eggman and then complete the game. So we're going to be going through, doing all sorts of missions. As we collect more dream orbs, more levels will open up for us. The first level in each kind of area, we just have to reach the dream portal. We'll be collecting the red star rings along the way because they give us an extra dream orb. But yeah, really fun kind of game. I love the visuals of this first world as well. Just really pretty.
Very colorful, very pretty. Yeah, each of the stages, you've got a world, which is then, so you've got world act, or world
act mission
zone is the way it kind of works. Like it's, or world act mission, I guess, yeah. So it's like, you've got 1-1-1, which is world 1, act 1, mission 1, then 1-1-2, 1-1-3. We're now in 1-2-2. And this is how we know which levels we want to go to. This is actually very important because the order that we do in the levels is determined on which characters we have available. So right now we are deliberately going to just do all the speedy levels that we want because we have the speed characters. HUD is having a little bit of an issue with that, just not letting you grab it. There you go. We do normally grab them quite quickly, but sometimes they can be a pain in the butt.
Yep. This is
running
one
our
of
way
those
through.
times.
Indeed. Yeah, these are the dream shards. 6 dream shards make an orb, and the orb will allow us to then advance through the stage here.
Nice. So we've collected enough. Now we can journey further into the dream, and this unlocks our World 1, Act 3, Mission 1.
Red star rings ahoy. We need my red star rings ahoy.
But yeah, Eggman, as Arg said, has captured Cream, is using the Reverie in order to... Basically, they can make dreams reality with the Reverie. And is basically using Cream... I think it's because she's like a being of like pure, like good energy. And happiness and stuff.
She's a good girl. We love the Benui.
So yeah, we have to venture in and save her. That is what we are doing.
And that's where REM is as well. Like, REM is basically protecting Cream until we can get here to save Cream from the clutches of the evil Eggman and the evil Eggman Empire. Nice checkpoint there, just immediately cuts any of the airtime. Because one of the things about this game is you'll see the boost meter. This is a boost game. The meter, you'll see the movement that HUDS is doing to go fast is basically a case of boost as much as possible. You see those little lightning bolts, those will give you a full boost meter, which is always nice. What we're trying to do is combine Amy's standard jumps with the dash that she has. She has an air dash that she can do, and combine the jump, the air dash, and the boost together to do as much boost management as you possibly can. There's a lot of finesse in going fast in these stages about timing the spacings of your jumps, maintaining the boost with good boost management, and using the air dash to good effect to not get affected by air drag. Because if you're just in the air and you're not boosting or you're not air dashing, you are going very slow, and we don't want that.
No, we do not.
So now we have a new stage here. This one is reach the checkpoint before the time runs out. Each time you go through a checkpoint, you'll get another 3 seconds of time added to your score. You must go through them in order. The next checkpoint does not activate until you've been through the previous one. So unfortunately, no speedy run skips available for us on that. Again, it's just going through some of the acts that we were in, just in a different order, showing you the different set pieces. And Sega Hardlight have honestly done a really good job on the level design here and making the different missions flow nicely to each other, even though they are all in the same level.
Right, I think it's boss time.
Oh, off to the Mr. Fabulous Dr. Crabulous.
Oh.
Look at the size of that mustache.
Oh, so fancy, so fancy. Right, to stage this. The first one, he's going to throw his big pincers down. We're going to hit them. It's going to deflate them and bring them back down to normal size. He's not going to be very happy about that. So we're going to come over to the other side. We're going to deflate the other one. And once again, he's not going to be happy. And now we go into the second phase. He's going to start jumping around. I need to get behind him to start letting out the air from the air hole that is behind him. Right. So the first one you can never get. Jump over the ring, get the boost, and then straight onto the back. Lovely. 2 more of those to do. Nice. And there's the third one. Why is he not deflating?
He is deflating. Like, you're going a bit too fast for your own brain there, mate.
No, that was a weird sequence break. He was supposed to deflate during the cutscene, and he didn't.
Ah, you're fine.
Ah, well, it's all good. Right, we have some new heroes unlocked. We have our flying characters, Cream and Tails, as we go into World 2. And this is where we get the lovely orange gloop.
Yep, we got the orange gloop in the Dream Factory here. And HUDS has immediately picked Squeaks the Benui. And the reason for that is because you'll hear her as we're going through. She loves to do loads of little squeaky noises. Got a little bit of a sequence break here, which is cool. You can use the momentum from that platform, moving you up. You get the jump off it. It gives you a higher jump height than normal. And that allows you to skip grabbing any of the keys. So HUDS only needed to grab the red star ring, does that little skip, and then we go through the OBS logo doors.
Every time.
We'll bring that up every time. Every time.
But yeah, that first skip is one of the harder ones to do. It's the first major reset point in the run. If you don't get it first try, you are losing a whole heap of time. So we always go for it, and it is a lot tighter than it looks. That much I can say.
It is indeed. It's a lot of fun to grab it. It's a really fun game. But we are now on our flight character. So we do have Cream here. Playable since basically the advanced games, pretty much. She's not been playable for a long time, so it's good to have her playable here for us in this one. She is our flight character alongside Tails. You have the totally original, not Zelda-inspired stamina gauge there, and the stamina gauge is exactly as it sounds. As long as that gauge is there, you can fly. When that gauge runs out, you will start flying at a slower pace and slowly falling down. The gauge refills if you hit either A, an enemy, or B, hit the ground. There are very good ways that we can use to do lots of flying and skip a lot of cool things, especially when we get some of the powers, which unfortunately we're not going to get in this particular run. The other important thing about these flight characters here is the same air drag mechanics that we were telling you about earlier. You'll see that there is the aura around the characters when they are flying. If you boost and then go into the flight, you will maintain some of the speed, which is wonderful. But if you just like basically cold fly, it's fairly slow, and you want to try and avoid that as much as you possibly can. So you run, you jump, you fly, away we go. You run, you jump, you fly, and you have the boost there. But you see the boost eventually running out, and that's where it goes. And no, chat, you are right. It was actually riders. I think it might have been, yeah, free riders it was. So you get to put your full body into it, basically. But yeah, we are now going through grabbing the dream shards. Once again, the positions of them are different. There are going to be levels later on, especially the main act stages, where you will be able to select any character that you want. We are going to try and prioritize the speed characters because obviously the way that they move is a lot quicker, but there will be areas where you want to be either a power character or you want to be a flight character to take advantage of their special abilities, just like we are on this one. Flying through those tokens there gives you your flight meter, gets all 6, and away we go. So the new act is unlocked into act number 2. You see Tails is unlocked there, along with Amy and Sonic. They are selectable. You can play as them if you wish, and some of the missions, they are required. But for these big missions, no. And then we're going to go do the cool little Argic skip. Yay!
Oh, nice.
There's just a little hole there. It's great. I found it by accident, and it's so much faster. It's like, yay.
What was it we found in here? It saves like 15 plus seconds.
Oh, it does. Because like you're supposed to go
around
and get all these keys. It's like, nah, I don't need that, and then we just jump under the pipe.
Oh, look at that.
And you fly up. Big YOLO. But it's like, it's great. It's like, I want to say that Hardlight were deliberately doing it. Like, 'cause there's just a little bit with the platform is, it lines up on the lower part. You get to go for it. And you can just squeak in there, which is wonderful. But we're just going to run through again. The main area of these stages is knowing where your red star rings are, knowing what the best route to get them is. It's interesting that HUDS runs over to the second half pipe and flies up there. I opt for a fly, but it's good just you can be expressive with these nice big boost jump there. Fantastic combination of the boost and getting the jump from the piston there moving up, because again, physics do play a big part in this one. As we then want to go to the top route, because top route is best route, and top route is where the red star rings are. As we run our way through towards the end of the stage here, this last bit is funny. It's a giant open room. You're like, oh my god, what did you do in here? The answer on this stage is nothing. But later, there's an entire stage dedicated to it.
Oh, yes, there is. Lovely. That's a really good 2-2-1. That might be the best I've ever done. Yeah, it is.
Oh, a perk. Ooh.
It's a big old gold split, that one. Right. 2-2-2 here, so this is another checkpoint one, so again we've got to follow a specific route, going through all the checkpoints as we go. This one's relatively straightforward, only 10 checkpoints in this one, and of course we've just done this part of the level, getting a little bit bodied there by the timing on those platforms. They are completely random in terms of their start time. It's not like it's on a particular global cycle that you can predict or anything, it just is what it is when you get there, and you got to figure it out. These ones, just straight over. Don't need to worry too much about these lasers. They really don't play too much of a part. Straight over. Don't worry about getting hit. That's something actually we should mention about rings in this game as I go back to World 1 and pick up some extra Dream Shards.
Absolutely. Yeah, rings in this game, they protect you. It's great because when you get hit, you get your iframes. The iframes last quite a long time. And the game's very plentiful about the rings. So to be honest, damage boost if you need to.
Yep. Other than that, they don't really do anything because there's no life system in this game.
Not at all. Like, they do have a little bit more of a use if you were using certain power-ups on the speed characters and whatnot. The more rings that they have, the faster that they'll go. Unfortunately, not a power we can use on this one because it requires too much to unlock. more about the powers when we actually unlock them, though. But yeah, we're now doing a little bit of backtracking here because we do not have enough dream shards. What we've been doing right now is we've been allowing the game to effectively automatically progress us, because the way the game works is once you unlock another level, the game immediately puts the level select screen onto that level. So if you need to do that level anyway, you might as well just allow the game to select a big old jump. Very nice. Double jump straight over, smooth, and then get sent backwards.
Okay.
Game stopped trolling us. But yeah, it's one of those things, checkpoint back through and then go do the other side. But yeah, it's the routing that HUDS has done here. I spent a lot of time with the spreadsheets to effectively route the levels in such a way to do the least amount of menuing possible, because the less time you spend in the menu, the better it is for the speed run, the faster you go. Bing, bang, wahoo, you know, that's what we want to see. So we're now having to go back through some of the stages that, with Amy and Sonic, we could have already have done them, but why add extra menuing? Whereas now, you can see the stage is unlocked at 3. It's immediately back to at 3. HUDS hasn't had to select it. It's just mash the A button, away you go, and immediately jumping in the stage as Amy here. One thing that has changed that is funny, that none of us have rerouted yet, is that one of the latest updates, they have decided to make it where the character selection now remembers your position. It used to reset to default characters every time, but now some of the levels go, no, we'll leave you on Amy. You can pick the character that you want. And you're like, God damn it, this messes with my muscle memory.
Yeah, it used to be that if the speed characters was available, basically, if Amy was available, it was always the default. So we routed, and it's in the splits, like which levels specifically you need to change from the default selection and use a different character. But as I said, now it remembers the last character you selected, and I haven't yet routed that into the split. So there will probably be some moments, I think when we get to World 3 mostly, where I will need to remember to switch to a different character. Thank you, Amy, for... Oh, come on.
Take a death, take a death,
yeah,
take a death.
It's fine, I'll do a checkpoint.
Or, yeah.
I hate that section. Always gets me in a run. Always.
That red star ring is a bit of a pain in the butt, because you want to try and go down there and grab it by skipping the rails and like landing on the lower point of the rail. Unfortunately, the camera angle is a bit of a butt, and the issue that happened there was HUDS accidentally ended up on the top rail, had to drop down, the camera angle went lamau, how about no, and now I had to go back and redo it as well. It's a little bit of a pain.
Okay, big room time. This is a fun
I love this room. Yeah, this is a fun route to do because you've got the gloop here. It is a case of you are fighting against the cycle on it. The gloop will hide some red star rings. It will also damage you and can force you to back spawn at the checkpoint. But we get to have a lot of fun with it. There's loads of springs. There's loads of jumps. You're going for the keys. You do the checkpoints. Like, it's really funky and quite enjoyable just to see how it's actually routed, you know?
Straight up to the rail as well. Beautiful. Just what you want. That's a really good room.
That's a very good room there. Well played.
Thank you very much.
And then that just takes us towards the end of this stage.
It does.
But yeah, we have another update for this game coming out in a couple of days, in 4 days' time. Next Wednesday, another update for Dream Team is coming. And we can't believe it because we got told that after I think it was after Sweet Dreams, Act 2 came out, that was it. There was no more.
They promised us 3 updates, and this is update 5?
Yeah, this is update 5 now, and they are adding Edgy the Hedgy himself, Shadow the Hedgehog, is joining the game. We know he's joining in some of the Tails challenges that as another alternate mode that you get to play on there, but he's also unlockable in the adventure as well. Now, there's going to add more powers, there's going to be new funky stuff. The question is he going to be faster, and is he going to be available by default? So, potential big things coming to the speedrun.
It's going to break my speedrun!
Yep.
And my rules. Curse my rules. Right, going back again.
We love breaking your rules. Right, back into World 1 here. This time, we're going to go and get the checkpoints, but this time it's with Amy. So each of the different archetypes can do almost all of the different types of missions, and we go through certain levels for it. Again, this was a Dream Shard Collection mission. Now it's a Run Through the Ring mission. We want to be the speed character mainly because 1, they force us to, but 2, there's a light dash ring there. The other characters cannot do those light dashes because that's what makes the speed characters speedy. Just like the speed characters can fly, and just like the other characters can climb like the power ones can. Something that is busted that all characters have access to, though, and you're seeing HUDs do it a lot. The homing attack in this game is legitimately the most broken and forgiving homing attack in any of the Sonic games I have ever played.
So good.
As long as that orange reticle is there, you will homing attack the item, and it is so damn good. Please don't fall off the platform.
Yeah, I'll try not to. This is surprisingly a hard level, despite how easy it really is when you break it down. A couple of moving platforms, got to jump between them. Obviously trying to go as fast as possible. If I slowed down, it would be relatively straightforward, but we're not going to do that. We're going to give it everything here. You just missed it.
I knew you were going to do that. I
Just
knew
missed it. Oh, hello.
And you missed it again. Right, there you go.
Come here, you. There we go. Got it that time.
There you go.
Yeah.
I jinxed it. I'll take the blame on that. I jinxed that.
Yeah, it's fine. One other thing I just want to quickly mention as well, big shout outs to Ray and Hearts, to Withermin, and to King Rhodes. While Arg said that, yes, I broke out the spreadsheets and came up with what is the current route that we do, it is built off the work that those three amazing runners did themselves, and we've all kind of built off of each other's work. So I think it was Withermin who originally figured out the original route that we did. I know Ray did a lot of work with the ILs. King Rhodes, I've gone the wrong way, but that's fine. King Rhodes then came in and rerouted and did some more IL work, and then I went, I really hate doing menuing. How do I get rid of all this menuing? So yeah, big shout outs to those amazing runners who also do Dream Team stuff.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Massive shout outs to all the dreamers, the original dreamers who have helped make the route what it is today, because it is absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, like, big shout out to all of them for all the hard work and laying the groundwork for what the run is now.
Oh yeah. Right, there's the 3 extra dream shards we needed to open up our next boss. We're going to go and say hello to the foreman. Right, Pigtails, just as he's the default character because it's the flying one. And we're going to start off here with the factory 4 men, but there's only 3 of them. And this is one of the bosses that they changed massively from its original release. One of the things that we've been really lucky with is that we've actually had a couple of the developers from Sega Hardlight join us in our streams, talk to us about the development of the game, listen to some of our feedback. And one of the big things that we fed back to them was, look, we love the game, we love the design of the game, but the bosses are basically glorified auto-scrollers. Nothing I can do can speed these bosses up. They're just on a timer. And we said to them, like, it'd be really nice if, like, there was some way our skill could play a part in these bosses. Like, if I'm really good at doing it, then it's legitimately faster to beat the boss. And they listened to us, and they changed the way all the bosses work, including this one here, the 4-man. Whereas now, as soon as he opens up his noggin, I can immediately hit him rather than having to wait for different cycles. Fantastic change. What it means is that the first boss that you saw earlier, Dr. Crabulus, is around about, I think, 8 to 12 seconds faster. This is a long time ago, so I can't necessarily remember exactly. The 4-man here is like upwards of 30 seconds to a minute faster, but one of the bosses we're going to come to later is actually slower. It effectively evens everything out, but it is a really nice change nevertheless.
Absolutely. The fact that the devs were listening and they were watching our streams and they were having fun with us, all playing the games and appreciating the hard work, because make no mistake, there is phenomenal work here in this game. I really hope at some point all of you get a chance to play this game on every other console, because genuinely it is fantastic. But to have an update come out where they legitimately took our feedback and went, yes, we can make this a little bit better for you and make it a little bit more involved, give you... Basically, they shattered the glass ceiling for us and made it really, really fun while still keeping it casual friendly.
Yep. There we go. That's the 4-man done.
Yeah. So with the 4-man done, we are now going to head into world number 3. We're going to the Nightmare Maze. And that also means that we now have a Rouge and Knuckles unlocked. We are going to have a lot of Knuckles there. I will get him to pick Rouge at least once. Oh, yes!
Why?
Because you know why.
No, we are the French nuclears. Hon, hon.
Oh, hon, hon, hon. I see, yes. Shout out to the French nuclears.
Right. Up here. So let's grab the keys. First one. Ooh.
So we have
Hello.
our power characters here. Our power characters, as you know, they have the ability to glide. Unfortunately, they do drop like a rock, so you've got to be very careful when you do it. They also have the boost, as all our characters do. Again, that is an honestly wonderful quality of life, like having all of us being able to boost. And they can climb, but only on specific walls as well. So that's one of the things you've got to be wary of. They cannot climb on every wall, but it is there if you want to do it. We're going to do a little bit of a funky thing here. We're going to just wait to the end of these springs, and then instead of following the rail down, we're just going to glide, wait for the homing attack. No homing attack, and just going to land on it, because the homing attack has been trolling a little bit, and then going into the water there to guide us over to the next part of the maze. One hiding right behind that plant there. You're going to be very careful about that as we run our way through. And then one on to your left here. I'm going to make sure you grab that section. And then down the bottom, and away we go, straight over, drop them down, skipping most of the rail there. Camera angle actually being nice, and then a funky little skip coming over here where we're just going to jump up to the top, glide over there, grab the thing, and then
grab
Knuckles.
Grab. Thank you.
Grab it. Thank you. Checkpoint back to where we need to go. Jesus, Hudson feels like he's playing like me right now. I'm the one that normally has this time grabbing.
Look, some of the collectibles in this game, some of the pickups have really jank hitboxes.
Yep, they're really small hitboxes. That's the problem.
Yes, they are.
But now you see there that just showed up Act 1 again, the scrambled shores. But before we do that, Huds is going to do a big fancy jump on this stage, because I'm very happy about how we routed this stage. This stage is really cool. So you go through the water, you go up the top there, you do a big jump off that, you glide all the way up, you hit the spring, and then you run all the way over there, and that's the stage done in less than 20 seconds. How did we do that? Because Huds and I decided to frame challenge each other on this one when it was a tails challenge. We're idiots.
We legit, like... Oh god, I picked the wrong character again.
Yep.
There we go.
We spent like 3 hours or something doing a 20-second stage.
Yeah.
Just grabbing it. It was fun. It was brilliant. It was like, it actually worked out in the main run. Thank you, Tails Challenges. Nice landing on the hedge there, mate.
Yeah, I was very lucky. But yeah, there's a good example where, due to it remembering that I used Knuckles last, it's changed the way we have to route the characters on the splits. I just haven't gone through and done it yet. So I picked default character because my splits say pick default character. Pick default character. But it keeps wanting me to use Knuckles. Like, no, these are speed ones.
Yep, these are speed characters. I need to do the speed stuff. No, it's not a speed stage. For us, it's a speed stage. But as far as the game is concerned, Knuckles is available. Therefore, it's a Knuckles stage. Tony Hawk's Pro Amy 3.
Yep.
Lovely.
Developers did confirm that was the inspiration for those kind of half pipes.
Yeah. The fact that the half pipes are literally a case of, hey, we like Tony Hawk's games. It's like, okay, no, we understand that. Like, we were joking, but that's legit. And I love that to bits.
Go.
Running through the sea, going fast as we all can. Gonna make sure we go London, and then we go to Japan. The only thing that rhymes.
So far, it's not happened, but now that I've said it, it's probably going to. In Nightmare Mage, you may have noticed that gravity can be a little bit wonky. One of the things that can do is actually cause my controls to reverse. We don't know why. It's a bug in the game. They still haven't fixed it. You'll hear me call that out if it does, but basically, if it looks at any point like I'm doing something very, very weird, it's because the game has literally reversed my controls.
Yep, it is legit. It genuinely happens. I know this because it's happened to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that happens to me that hasn't really happened yet, but it's really cool, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen or gets fixed when the Shadow DLC comes out, is the game likes to crash.
Oh, it really does. I had a crash yesterday in practice.
Oh, you did have one in practice?
I did,
okay.
yeah.
I am going to call that you are going to get one crash this run.
I think one is probably likely.
I have an idea in my mind of where it's going to crash as well. And I think it's the same crash point as you.
Okay.
So I think you're going to crash going into Nightmare Eggman.
Oh, really? So that's not where it happened yesterday, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. Where do you think you're going to crash?
I think it's going to be... I think it was 3... It was either 331. I think it was 331 or 332. Basically, it was around here.
Right, okay.
Right, Amy, I need for this.
So I run on an Apple TV that HUD's graciously provided for me. That's the only reason I run this game, is because HUD's gave me the console to do it. I do not own an Apple device, or did not own an Apple device until now, to play this. but it is a case of, it's like, oh, okay, this is going to be funky. What are we going to do with this? It's like playing the Apple TV. Mine really likes to crash going into Nightmare Eggman all the time.
Yep.
So I have to see how it goes as we run our way through. Ooh, music note. Let's go. New soundtrack.
Nice.
So running our way through. Again, the soundtrack collectibles are not required. There are blue coins as well. They're not required unless you want to go for the power-ups. But we're going to run our way through and we're going to see how this goes. So you're going to go off to the left here.
Amy?
Yeah, you're doing very well going off to the left there. I'm not going to lie. You're doing very well there. She's like, meow.
Right, make sure I grab that. I actually came all the way around here once and then missed the actual key and went straight into the water.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I've done that too. And then you don't realise, and you land on the ground, and you're like, I can't checkpoint anymore because you've landed on the ground.
Right, there we go, checkpoint. And through the door we go. Oh. But yeah, this is legit one of the best 3D Sonic games that they've made in recent times. The fact that it is locked to Apple Arcade is such a shame, because I know loads of you out there who love your 3D Sonic games. Don't forget, I am not a 3D Sonic speedrunner. I don't really like 3D Sonic games, and yet this for me is one of the best Sonic games I've ever played. Like, including all the classics and the 2Ds that I love and speedrun normally. This is legit one of the best games they've ever made. I would love for more of you to be able to play it. It is just a thrill from start to finish. An absolute joy to play this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it is a shame that it's Apple exclusive. Maybe one day we'll get it. Speaking of the powers have just been unlocked. Now, the powers are something that you can unlock via the Tails challenges and the blue coins. So we are having blue coins here. I can't remember, Huds, will you be grabbing Quick Swap?
I will, yeah, because I'll need it for 331. It does help.
Nice. So we do have a number of powers. However, the powers are split into tiers, T1, T2, T3, T4, and the only powers available to us right now are T1. To unlock the following tiers, you need to do the daily Tails challenges, and unfortunately, they are legitimately daily. You can get about 500 XP a day, and to get T4, you need something like level 30 or something. It's ridiculous. Now, the powers do significantly change up the way the characters play, but for the any percent speedrun, unfortunately, they are irrelevant. But for Sweet Dreams, all bets are off. Unfortunately, the powers have ruined me. I've run Sweet Dreams. It's so good. It's so hard for me to run normal now because of how limiting they are. Like, it's really interesting just how different the characters feel when you give them specific abilities back.
Like double jump and quick glide and...
Imagine
boost.
being able to glide really fast, or imagine being able to boost while you're climbing, or having a double flight meter that gives you a ridiculous amount of height, or having 2 boost gauges for your speed characters, or 2 air dashes for your speed characters. Like, it's genuinely phenomenal. But the ones that benefit from it entirely are the power characters, because as Huds is about to demonstrate, not really, he managed to do it quite nicely there. Sonic, Knuckles, and Rouge drop like stones, unfortunately. But you can give them a flight power-up that makes their flight and their glide really damn good.
Oh, yes.
Right, bringing back Squeaks the Banooey here as we're going to run around the bouncy platforms. We're going to go in, we are going to play them, we're going to have some fun with them. 17 required. You'll see us sometimes jumping over springs and that here. The reason for that is just to minimize the amount of air time that we have to navigate our way through the stages as quickly as possible while doing the management on the boosty, because you always want to be boosting. See there, that is slower than Hud would have liked because the boost was empty, didn't get the boost jump that he normally grabs on that segment.
Yeah, it's just surprising just how much of a difference it makes to boost into a jump into flight. Like it's dramatically different in terms of the speed. Right, here we go.
But yeah, this is a game where on its surface, it looks very simple. And it is simple. It's very fun. It's enjoyable. The hard... Oh, here you go, powers. Buy the quick swap. And then...
I don't want to add that one to there. And I want to select Amy to begin with.
Nice. So what this is, we'll explain this as we go through there. The quick swap ability, when you play the game, you can stand still and you can press the Y button to open up the menu. That'll then show you all 6 characters and you get to pick one and you'll just swap to them. However, at the recent UKSG event that took place, we had a new runner called Peek Ahead come in. Just enjoy watching the streams and that, and was their first event. I was doing some practice for my upcoming Sweet Dreams run, and they asked, yo, can I play it? I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and learn some stuff. Like, you can learn some of the runs, it'll be awesome. I kid you not, they were playing the game and randomly swapped from one character to another and completely blew our minds because we did not know that that was something that was possible. All the runners of the game had been playing the game for so long and had been swapping using the built-in character swap menu that we didn't realize they added an update that allows you to use the triggers to swap characters. And what the quick swap ability does is that prevents you from having to stand still, so Huds is now just showing off and swapping between characters at will. And this saves so much time in the speed run because you can go from your power characters right into your speed character, right into your flight character. And the reason that this is important is Huds is going to use Amy to go and grab the little red star ring, immediately switch to Cream on the rail, jump over, carry the speed, fly up, recover, and get to the end without having to grab any of the keys. It is so damn cool because you used to have to get off the rail, stop completely, swap character, build up speed again, and then fly. And we don't have to do that. And none of us knew this until Peek Ahead came along and went, oh yeah, just hit the buttons. So we now call it the Pika Swap because we didn't realize it was like, you know the rules. If you find a skip, you get it named after you. So it's now the Pika Swap because we didn't know it existed.
Yep. Ooh, that's some janky physics. All right, up we go.
Oh, you're having a little bit of a problem with the cookies and cream here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's so funny. They look like giant cookies. And we're playing a stream. Cookies and cream.
Oh, there we go. Nice. Woo. So one of the nice things with having quick swap enabled is it does mean that if I now go into a level and I accidentally pick the wrong character, because obviously my default is no longer my speed characters, if the others are available, then it doesn't really matter. I don't have to like exit out or stop to switch character. I can just switch on the fly. So it's no longer a time loss to correct that mistake.
Yeah. Now this stage is fun because there's a lot of gravity swapping and everything else going on. I was trying to get the ring there, the ring being a bit of a troll. Goes to get through it there. Make sure you're on the right rail as you go through the rails there, because if you're not, it doesn't count. And trying to rail swap is impossible.
There we go. Yeah, that one, the camera's a little bit... So,
it's a little bit...
Yeah. Right.
All right, we got Chuckles. It's his first ring attack here. So you can see which part of the level we're back and get it. Yep.
There we go.
You can see which part of the level we're actually at, but you can see how the camera angle now has changed us to go over to where Knuckles' route is here and allow us to do the ring route here to chase the rings down. We've already done this part. Again, they've done a really good job of having many different challenges within one giant level. And because it's a dreamscape, it doesn't really matter how it looks because, well, this is, like, at this point, this is Eggman's dreams, is what we're doing, because I would cream dream about something like this.
Oh, exactly. It's a literal nightmare.
But I'm pumped.
Nightmare?
All right.
Rest in peace, you worms.
Okay, so we're going to have to go back again. So we're going to go back to World 2 into 3, 5.
And again, you... Hon.
Hon.
Now, this is the only stage where I will look to Huds and go, Huds, remember to jump.
Thank you very much. Please. You're going to tell him why, aren't you?
No.
No?
I'll leave
Okay.
it to you.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it's fine. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to, like, dump myself in.
All right, I will.
Oh,
So keep an eye out at the very end of the stage here on this one. Again, this is a really, really fun stage to route, a really fun stage to try and cut the corners and that on it, just to try and save those seconds every now and again. But there's a part at the end here where keep an eye on the 12th platform. Keep an eye on that portal there. Yeah, you can run right under that.
You can.
If you don't jump there, you run right under that. You think you'll hit the portal, you do not. It's very embarrassing. I've also done it, but Huds did it first, and it's funny. So we're now on a cycle-based stage here with these platforms towards the end. We are looking to try and grab the 6 dream shards as quickly as we can. We're trying to dodge the gloop here. So we're going to run our way over. We're going to grab the shard there. We're going to bounce up. We're then going to have to hope that this thing comes back up. Oh, no, but Hud's got enough height there. Very nice. Don't have to worry about that then. We're going to try and race down the bottom there to try and get this before the gloop covers it. Ah, not quite. We're just going to have to wait for that to go back down. Going to grab it. Nope, gets glooped anyway. So not enough to grab it. We're just going to have to just jump back over. It's right there anyway, but ideally you would have made that cycle.
And then I switched to Sonic. I fat-fingered over to Sonic, so well done me.
Understandable. He is the best character after all. Like, it's his game. And
oh, dear.
so the cycle's screwed, basically, is all you need to know on this. So we're going to go over there. Like, that is a perfect cycle just to wait for it to go back up. It's not the fastest one, but that's fine. And then in we go. But you're racing that platform cycle to grab it on the way up, just like Hud's did there. And we're now going to go into our next boss, our next squelchy boss. Very squishy.
So squishy.
Just enjoy the sound effects that this boss has.
Very moist.
Oh, you said the word.
Okay, so this is, again, another boss that they changed the way that it works. Unfortunately for us, this part of the boss is just as it always was. It's the second part of the boss that, unfortunately, is a lot slower by over a minute. So it does kind of cancel out the lovely time save that we got from the first 2 bosses. But not the end of the world.
All things in balance as they should be.
Indeed.
World's first $100 plus Sonic game. If you don't have an Apple device, yeah, it's expensive.
Oh.
The only other problem about it is, unfortunately, Apple Arcade is subscription based only. So if you want to buy it, you can't buy it outright. If you want to play it, you've got to subscribe for a month.
Yeah. Thankfully, your first month is free, and also if you buy any Apple devices, you get like 3 months free, I think, of Apple Arcade. But yeah, it is a monthly subscription after that, so not actually far wrong to say the world's first like $100 per Sonic game, because if you want to play this for a whole year, that's what you're kind of approaching.
Oh
dear.
Make sure you cancel your subscriptions, or you'll be like Arg and still subscribe to it even.
So
I have, however, made very good use of being subscribed to Apple Arcade for over like 8 or 9 months now. I have 100% completed this game, and that includes doing 100% in the Tails challenges and getting all achievements.
Hey.
But yeah, Hud's missed a cycle there. Also, the reason that is 100% achievements is an achievement is simply because the 5 of the challenges are based on the daily Tails challenges. One of them being get 10,000 XP. You can only earn like 500 XP a day. It takes a while.
It does. So
actually, it's not even 500. It's like 375.
Oh god, it's even worse. So this section of the boss, it used to be that we got here and we basically just flew towards the boss and hit the boss and that was it, because they had 1 health left. Instead, they've made it this kind of like mini puzzle game where you got to hit the egg pawns over at the boss. And then once you've done 3, the boss hitbox becomes active and then you can go and hit the boss. So it's a little bit, there's more to it. As you saw there on my first one, it can be a real pain in the backside. Certainly in terms of if you miss one, you basically lose a whole cycle, and that is a 15-second time loss, which kind of sucks. But hey-ho. Also, I'm the wrong character, so I need to do a quick bit of swapping. That
Nice.
is not the right one.
That is also the wrong character.
I say, I also probably shouldn't switch character while mid-glide.
No. So that's a really important thing to bring up there. Each of the individual characters, individual powers, don't switch while using them, because even if HUDs manage to switch to Tails there instead of sorry, he did manage to switch to Tails there, but because he was already mid-glide, Tails' fight gauge is empty. Like, you do not get your fight back. You do not get $200. You do not, like, nope, it ain't happening. But I'm going to shut up because Huz likes to explain this bit.
I love this bit. So this is the puzzle room, but we can skip large amounts of this. Something really interesting in this game is that when cutscenes are happening, if you pause the game, the cutscenes still happen in the background. So we're going to go this way. I'm going to skip a whole load of section here by using these rings. We're going to come up. We're going to hit a button. This is going to do the next bit of the path. But while this bit's going on, I'm going to pause the game and checkpoint it. This will move Amy to the right of the button, which just happens to be the perfect place where I can do this and skip the whole next bit of the level and just go straight up to the next button. I love doing that skip. It's fantastic. Again, I'm going to checkpoint. It's going to move Amy to the right of that pipe. So rather than taking the pipe down, which is slow, I can just run off the side. And that is the puzzle done. I absolutely love doing those skips. My favorites. Right, off we go. Going to grab another red star ring, down to the bottom, keep the boost up. Now, this one's a little bit tricky. So, don't use your boost here. Jump into that. If you use boost before you jump into that, you will almost always miss it. It's a real pain in the backside, that one, for some reason. I need to move.
A pain in the boost.
It is a pain in the boost. Right, take the right-hand pipe for this one, because this is where our final red star ring is going to be. I'm just going to skip over here into this pipe, and it's just up here in front of us. Don't miss it. And then use these rings to skip this little bit of platforming. Then hopefully we get a relatively good cycle here. Nice. Avoid the airports into the pipe and through to the dream portal, and that's 411 done.
Nice one. Very smooth. So yeah, we are in the Ego City stages here.
Ego City.
This is... Shut up. Ego City. We're not bringing the Ego City thing into this.
Oh dear.
Ray, you stop it as well.
To be fair, he does actually say Ego City in this one, so there is no real thing. But for the memes, I'm still gonna say it.
Memes were a mistake. Yeah, this is a stage where it is you go forward and back on yourself. It's actually really fun to play. I quite enjoy this one, except from the end bit, because that tube doesn't like me, and sometimes it puts me in the tube, sometimes it doesn't put me in the tube, and it just, if you lose the time, you go back to the last checkpoint. And it's quite a large time loss on it. And it's just like, God damn it, put me in the tube.
That tube there, yeah?
That tube right there.
Yeah, don't boost.
Yeah, I know, but still.
The trick is don't boost.
But I want to go fast.
Right, 413. This is one that if I... which one is this? Yeah, this is. So this is one that they changed. Not only did they change a couple of positions of things, they added some extra lasers to try and stop us skipping a bit. PSA, it doesn't stop us skipping it. And also, they added this spring here. But yeah, these are the lasers they added to stop us doing that. We'll just damage boost it, because why not? Like, no, you will go all the way forward. You will hit the spring that we put there for you. It's like, no, it won't. No, it won't.
Yeah. No, instead you've hit the new spring they added at the back that for some reason I never hit, and I don't know why. They've also changed the camera angle. This is now a front-facing camera angle. It used to be a 3/4 angle. I loved it, but other people really hated it, and I'm like, oh.
I hated it. It's the worst.
Made no difference to me for some reason.
Right, 414. Now, despite being in our fourth and final kind of like world here, we are only around about halfway through. We got a lot more dream shards to collect. So we're going to come up the top here, going to go over there. Thankfully, the dream shard's being kind to me today. Oh, the platform not though. That's fine. Go in there. Spit me out on top, please. Thank you. Round we go. Oh, don't change character!
Why did you swap again?
I don't know. Level is being unkind. Right, there you go. Got that one. Right, into this pipe, please, Squeaks.
No, you're not making that. You're not making that. Not even close.
Into the pipe, please, Squeaks. Thank you. There we go. Right, there's the sixth one. God damn it. That level's meant to be really fast.
It was, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, Squeaks Banooey there. I call her Squeaks Banooey because she squeaks a lot in this game and it's great and it's like really fun and I love it.
Very squeaky. Right, back to Scrambled Shores Act 3. This one's just run all the way through. So we've already seen this one again. We're just going to do it as fast as possible now. So we're going to skip over here, go this way. We're not going to go up the right-hand side this time. We're just going to skip over. Come straight up the hill. Grab the rail, because rails are fast. Do a little boost off it. Jump, boost, grab the rail again. So it's one thing you'll see when it comes to speed tech. Firstly, when you're on a rail, you cannot get off of it. There used to be a bit of speed tech in this called rail deviation, where we found that if you jump on a rail and then boost, you could... Sorry, if you jump, boost, and then...
Jump.
Yeah, like, what's the character boost? Is that also just a boost? Sorry, my brain's... Air boost.
No, yeah. It wasn't air boost. It was just normal boost.
Oh, yeah, it was just normal boost and jump, wasn't it?
It was just normal boost, mate.
Sorry,
Your brain
yeah.
is mush.
My brain is... Huh?
Okay,
That's what I get.
So what HUDs is trying to say here, rail deviation was a thing on the original thing of the game, where when you jumped on a rail, you can do rail swapping. While you were doing rail swapping, something else that you could do with a single rail is you could boost and jump basically frame perfectly with each other, and that would allow you to then jump off of a rail at an area where you weren't meant to. Really good for that simple stage here where you went round the big loop and then went down. You could skip that by jumping off the rail earlier. Unfortunately, they removed that because it was not intended gameplay. They also didn't really intend to fix it. They mentioned that it was just something that accidentally got fixed. They were changing one thing and then another thing got changed, and game dev is hard, so we don't blame them for it. It is something how it goes, but we get to run through it, and to be fair, they've added some other cool stuff for us in replacement of it anyway.
Yeah. So that was like the one real cool bit of speed tech, but because we don't have that, we're basically just exploiting the character's air boost, the boost gauge, and the way that the physics work in this game to try and keep things as fast as possible. It probably just looks like I'm doing lots of boosting and random things. There is method to the madness, and it is quite a technical game as a result, but good fun nevertheless, and quite easy to pick up.
Yep.
Alright, gonna go this way.
Well, in this case, it's hard. It's easy to play, hard to pick up because it's Apple Arcade, and if you don't have an Apple device.
True though.
Physics, checkpoint, jump down.
Right.
Deliberately going up the top here to set our checkpoint on this platform. That way, when HUDs jumps down and grabs that, we can then checkpoint again, and it takes us right back up to the platform, saving a little bit of time.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
Take the right rail. Grab the rings. This brings us up to the top, which means we can hit this pipe, and that means we're going to be laid out just lovely to get our next red star ring. That is our final one. Now it's a mad dash to the end. So yeah, the blue tokens is what we use to unlock the power-ups. Obviously, we've unlocked the quick swap. It's the only one that really serves any benefit in the run itself. And to be honest, by the time we get it, there's only a couple of places, if that it actually serves a purpose. I think I've gone in the wrong level.
You might have. I don't have your splits up, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong level. It's fine. I want that one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the one I want.
Right. Oh, yeah, no, this is Tails one. This is...
This is really technical.
Is that?
Yeah. There we go.
Cool.
So that little jump there can be a real nightmare to do.
Oh, very good. I would say anything, but unfortunately your feet froze for a second. It'll come back, but I'll wait for it to catch up. Right now, I just have you at the very start of the stage frozen. It's like, ugh.
I mean, there's worse things to see.
Pretty much.
That's fine. We will fix that in a second.
No, there's nothing to fix. It's just Discord. It'll come back in a minute.
Discord, behave! Right, we're gonna go up. Oh, wow. Where are you going, Amy?
Wow, that's a nice jump. I'm back. That's a... Where were you going there,
I don't know. Amy went off in weird directions then. Again, can sometimes happen.
I saw it in 380p. That was a nice jump. It just the game comes back randomly and Amy is off ski.
1, 3, 4. I have a slight issue with the splits at the moment. With the splits file I'm using is that it's when I do my split, it's hiding what level I'm supposed to be in. The plus or minus is hiding. So it's like, oh cool, I need to be in World 1. Which mission? If anyone's wondering, by the way, no, I haven't memorized the route. There's like 60 plus missions we have to do.
Oh god, no. Like, yeah, no, memorizing the route on this doesn't happen. I've tried. You will select the wrong level. The thing is, and we've not got there yet, but we're getting there soon. You go from, I believe, it is 3 to 4, and then you would think you go 3 to 5. You don't. You go 2 3 5. And you look at it and you see 3 4 3 5, and you go, I'm on the next level, and then you realize you've loaded up the wrong one because you're in the wrong level. It's really confusing. It's like, god damn it.
It's fine. I just need to remember in advance of me pressing my split button what the next one is. All right, gonna switch here. No, there we go. Here you go. You get your Rouge moment.
Oh yeah.
So we don't.
Oh wait, we've not actually said that. Yeah. The 2 archetypes, or the 3 archetypes of characters, speed, power, and flight, do have the 2 characters. So Sonic and Amy are your speed, Rouge and Knuckles are your power, Tails and Cream are your flight. There's no difference between the characters. Like, if you're in the same archetype, there is no difference between the characters. You can play whichever one is your favorite. Totally fine.
Yep. So the one reason why we don't really use Rouge during the run is because Knuckles is default flying character. We just don't generally go with the defaults, which is Amy for speed, Cream for flying, and Knuckles for gliding. The other reason I tend not to use Rouge is because, let's just say, her voice acting it had some interesting direction. It is, I'm sure, perfectly innocent. But yeah, that's all I'll say about that. I'll use Rouge again in a minute. Have a little listen out for yourselves, and you can be the judge when we get onto a flying level.
Oh boy.
216.
Rouge.
Okay, I'm going to be quiet and you can just listen.
Good job, mate.
Thank you. It's because I'm not Knuckles.
What? How did that give you that? Nay, danger, mate!
I'll take it. Oh, I need a level where I collect things.
Yeah, you don't have collection on this. I'm calling you out right now. How the heck did you get away with that? That
Skills,
checkpoint sent him further in the level rather than sending him back. Bogus, that is. Absolutely bogus.
Pure skills.
Skill issues, more like.
Well, yeah, I shouldn't have fallen in the first place, really.
Yeah.
Right, half pipe, or quarter pipe, technically, before I get called out by the skateboarding fans.
Yeah, but there's another side of it, so it's
whoa! Okay, that's fine. Thank goodness for that absolutely goated homing attack. Saving me once again. Alright, down here. So the other thing you'll notice is that with the air dash for the characters, if you use it too soon, you don't get much power from it. So you have to be very careful. Like off here, I need to wait, then use it. Otherwise, you'll get no forward momentum. Don't know why, just one of those weird things. Right, 4 3 1.
Plummet down.
So this is our final Act 1 level, which we're going to be speeding through again. And then it's just all about Dream Shard collection in order to get the final boss unlocked.
I'm going to do a nice little shortcut here. We're just going to jump off and out. We don't need to do the pipe moment there. Damage boost is fine. You can see the iframes last forever. We're going to be grabbing 2 red star rings around here. They are on this path. And then we want to go straight ahead. It'll take us to the next one as well. There is a hole in that one. You got to be very careful you don't get caught by it. We're then going to jump over the side of the rail here because we can just land immediately right down. We're going to jump over the spring, land on the middle one. We're then going to stay down here again, deliberately be on the left and the right. Again, just deliberately missing as much of the rail as we can, because if we land on the rail, it will force us to go around it. So we're deliberately missing it here to cut out a lot of unnecessary routing that the game will force us with these rails here.
Oh, Employee of the Month. I wonder who it's going to be. I love the PA announcements. Oh, hello.
You need that. You
I need
homing
that.
attacked too early.
I did. Let's go back the other way. Do it again. Oh my god, Eggman is Employee of the Month. How did he manage this?
What? No, I can't believe it.
Oh.
He's been working hard for that. Another little rail skip here. Got to be very careful on this one with the boosts, because you don't want to be boosting as you go over the ramp here, because if you accidentally hit that ring, you are not getting back to get that. You need that middle one there, and that gives us there. HUD's deliberately having to move to the left or the right there, because if you stay in the perfect center of that one, you will phase through those platforms.
Right. 4, 3, 3. This is a Tails one, and this is our last one in World 4 before we go back and do our cleanup. So we're going to immediately go left here. Going to hit these Buzz Bombers straight down into this pipe. This should give us our first Dream Shard. We're then going to follow this route down. Jump. You will make it. Believe. There we go. Nice. Grab the second one. Now, these platforms will obviously disappear, so don't want to stay on them too long. Number 3 is along here. We're going to start flying up. We're going to grab this little refill for our flight meter. This gives us number 4. Number 5 is up the top here, little flight up here, and then number 6, hope we don't phase through these. We don't, because that can happen, and that's number 6. Nice little cleanup there. We're going to go back to World 2 now, 225. So we need 7 more Dream Shards, so this is the cleanup. Here you go, I'll give you Rouge again.
She's probably not going to do much noises, because I'm a big fan of the stage, though.
Yeah. So this one is one of 2 stages we're going to have where that's not going to work. Start again. I was about to say, one of 2 stages where not only are there like no real checkpoints in this, it can be a real pain in the backside if you don't get any lift off of these, which sometimes can happen, as you saw a second ago. So I'm just going to glide over here. So you need to actually drop low enough that you'll get the lift.
You also need to not be in the middle.
Oh, what? Immediately between them?
Yeah, don't be between them. It doesn't give you lift there.
Really?
Yeah, the fans are literally circular. If you're right in the middle, you'll miss the air draft.
Oh, fair enough. So this one, I'm going to pin the camera down just so I can time these landings a little bit better. Watch out for the laser there. There's another one just here, but they're usually out the way. There we go. And then straight over to the platform.
I always get distracted on that stage by the giant caterpillar.
I never spotted it until you pointed it out.
Just giant caterpillar just swimming in the gloop.
Right, similar stage here, but this time for Squeaks. So again, no checkpoints on this one.
Giant caterpillar.
Oh dear. See, I'm actually focused on the run, so I don't see these things. So I've taken my hit. I've lost my rings. Need to be very careful now not to get hit by the lovely orange gloop. Big boost jump. Oh, okay, we're fine.
Wow, impressive.
Everything's good. Right, 227. And we're going to be starting off with Rouge. So this is one we're going to use all 3 characters. This one's a really interesting route.
Remember that big round we had when we came and done this stage? Yeah, this is why it's used now. It is a giant collectathon for the Dream Shard. So starting with Rouge, we run our way over. We're going to grab this section here. I'm going to grab another one, assuming that she did the thing.
She did. Right, and then we're going to switch over to Tails mid-flight, and that's why that quick switch is lovely. We're going to grab that one, refill our flight boost. There's that one. Over to here for number 5. We're then going to come down. I'm going to switch back to Sonic, and that allows me to use these rings to get around here. And now I need to time this very carefully and not fall in the gloop. So I'm not going to boost. I'm just going to play this nice and safe.
So I wish I told you this beforehand. HUDs, you want to do the original strat that we had for that stage now.
Wait, what?
Stay as Tails, fly through the hole.
Huh?
They've added a platform you can land on it as Tails.
Screw off, really?
Yep. They've actually added a platform in it now. You can land on it, you don't get stuck.
I never knew that.
I meant to tell you about it before you got there. It's so good.
Oh my god. But that assumes that I can remember how to do that strat. Oh,
you just fly with Tails. Like, instead of going down, instead of switching to Sonic and going down that bottom route, you just go the direction you were going with Tails and you fly through the hole.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, they've literally made the strat that we were trying to do that we found was impossible. Now they've made it possible.
Unbelievable. Also, just casually doing what is probably regarded as the hardest level in the game.
Yeah.
Like that genuinely is the hardest shard mission. There's no checkpoints in it. Half of it's on the upside down. Screw it up, you are basically resetting at that point. You'll lose so much time. So yeah, that went well. I can't believe you didn't tell me that.
I'm so sorry. I thought I already did.
I'm gonna have to go and look after this. After this
okay, no. Okay, yeah, I'll show you after.
Yeah. God, speedrunners hoarding strats, chat.
I'm not hoarding strats. You've got the record. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. So you're hoarding strats. Take my record from me.
Right, that's it. That's it. See, in January, I'm taking your record from you.
Oh, are you now? Okay, we're reigniting this one.
No, it might not be. It might not be January. I might do it at the end of December now. Screw you. I might wait until the patch comes out, and then when the patch comes out, no, it's not making it. When the patch comes out, I'll just decide to try and go for your record now.
Yeah, but if Shadow comes out and is playable in Adventure, that could change everything because we know he's getting Chaos Control.
Yeah, but we don't know what Chaos Control is going to do. He's got like 2 abilities. It's going to be so cool.
It really is going to be awesome.
But like, we know that the powers aren't really going to be useful, and I don't think he's going to actually get used in Adventure mode, because I think you're going to need a complete save file, and your rules for Adventure mode are fresh save file.
Yeah.
Because he is locked via the Tails challenges, so I honestly think you're going to be fine.
I'm very much hoping that he is locked, because then it means at least for Adventure any percent, we don't have to change anything. We are definitely going to have to update things for the 100% run, which just needs to be constantly changing. Like, don't get me wrong,
I love Dreams.
And Sweet Dreams, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I love all these updates that they're bringing. But hard, like, please stop changing our speedruns!
No, keep doing it.
Alright, final level before we go into our big bad boss. One more Dream Shard collection. This one's for Tails. So I'm going to grab that one first. We're going to come back around here. Going to fly underneath this one, land back on here, and it's going to turn gravity again. Then we're going to hit the spring.
I didn't know you could do that. That's cool.
Ah, learning. Gonna grab that one there, straight over here. Missed the cycle, unfortunately, but that's okay. Actually, I think we're early for the cycle. That was so smooth. Right, there we go. Grab that one, straight over. Onto the spring. This brings us up here for this one. And then believe! And then hope... Oh, janky edges! Janky edges! I was just about to call it. God damn it. Right, start again.
I love the immediate panic of janky edges.
Do you want to explain janky edges?
So you know how they're all square? Yeah, the platforms there, even though they are linked together and they're moving, there is a chance that for whatever reason, imagine like the 2D games where you get subpixeled. It's that, but in a 3D game, and instead of stopping all your
crash. God damn it. You were right.
It calls the crash. Let's go. Please call me Prophet Arg, master of Dream Team crashes. Master of the Dream Team crash.
Nightmare Eggman, of course.
Every time, because if the game doesn't crash before then, it's guaranteed to crash there.
Basically, yeah.
Fun fact, if you're doing the Tails challenges and you get the Tails challenge that has Ego City Act 1, it will crash until you load Ego City 1 in adventure mode.
Ah, interesting.
No, annoying.
But also interesting. Anyway, janky edges.
Yeah, so janky edges, basically you're running along a platform, they're connected to another platform, and sometimes you'll run across it, and instead of running into the next platform, the game will act as if you've hit a wall and will push you in the direction of where the wall is. In this case, Huds was running across, had a slight angle to the right-hand side, ended up boosting, getting pushed right off the right-hand side of the platform because the game thought, oh, we need to move you that direction, and he just got wrecked, ruined, wasted.
Basically, subpixels exist in this game.
Yeah.
Right, Nightmare Eggman, our final boss, where the power of friendship will come together and save the day. Also, is for me.
No, too early. Too early!
God damn it. Right, we are going to be playing as all of our favorite characters, except for Tails. Tails gets to do nothing during this. But we are taking REM's Dream Orb, the Dream Orb that REM is in, and we are going to deliver her to the Reverie to shut down Eggman's evil dreamscape plan things. You can see Nightmare Eggman popping up in the background every now and then. We've done Sonic's bit, we're now on Rouge's bit. There's Nightmare Eggman's big, long, spindly arms. There he is, floating in the background.
He's so creepy.
He has. So now we're going to use Knuckles. You can see how it brings back all the different elements of the game, all the different things that we've learned to deal with. We're now going to be climbing up here. This is also another bit, Knuckles bit especially, that can be a little bit susceptible to crashing, so hopefully we won't see that here.
I've just realised.
Yep.
Those floating heads are the floating heads from the Robo Boiler.
Oh no, why? God damn it.
Have fun counting to 13.
Oh, right, here we go. Bomb time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for safety. Yeah,
nice camera angle. Good job.
So yeah, you don't have to climb all the way up to the top for that one onto the springs. If you can do it from 13, I tend to go like 14 or 15 just for added safety. You saw why just then. And then you can just fly straight over to the platform, which is a nice little skip. Right, over to cream and cheese. We've got a little flying section now. Is for me?
Now you can do it.
Outrun it. Oh, got hit by the laser. Of course I did. Yeah, you can somehow
just about to say you were outrunning it.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny.
Right, straight over here. Little boost jump. Straight onto the rail. Nearly done with this section here. And then we're going to be going into our final bit with Amy. Just fly up here. Nice. Skip this cutscene. And now on to Amy's
Please don't
bit.
crash. Please don't crash going
I'm
in
really
this one.
hoping we don't.
It shouldn't. This is the longest noodle arm, and I don't like it.
Mr.
Also,
Tickle.
shout outs to F-Zero. We love Big Blue. Great stage. Huds doesn't understand it. He's not cultured. It's fine.
Nope. I'm not cultured.
We'll see if anyone in chat understands it.
I am an uncultured swine.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh no, I really am. I would. It's when people turn around and go, "Hey Huds, have you played this game?" It's like, I've never heard of it. Have you watched this film? No. Always no. Right, we're nearly there. We're going to use our boost jump just to go a little bit faster. You see we're actually getting ahead of the fists that are flying towards us as a result. And then listen out for our favourite line of the entire game.
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Rest in peace, you worms.
So we
Funny
did.
because it's the end of the last sentence, or the second last sentence.
Yeah.
It's like, why is that even there?
So the reason why, by the way, it stops there rather than just skipping the whole cutscene is because that's the point it does the music transition, and they opted for a smoother music transition into this final tune rather than yeah, like skipping the whole cutscene. Also, this skip here was found by Withermin while myself, Withermin, King Rhodes, and Hibby were in the GDQ hotfix green room waiting to do the run. We just found that skip. Absolutely wonderful. Coming up on time, we're going to go all the way to the top, and time.
Yeah!
The nightmare's over, Eggman.
Slam dunk in the river.
Nice. GG's all. Not a bad one. I was a little bit late starting the timer at the start of this. For some reason it didn't start, so add 10 seconds. Realistically, so like RTA a 110.18ish with a crash, I'll take it. But let's have a little look and see what the IGT was, which, by the way, I for the longest time thought that the in-game timer was completely inaccurate because I could never reconcile what it was telling me with how the run felt. So I actually went and frame counted multiple runs, each individual level.
Unlocked.
Oh, nice. Are you running it? No.
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 Not yet.
Not yet. You should, though. So, IGT, I reckon that felt like around about a 102... I'm going to say 102.35.
I'm going to guess, and this is just a guess because I've not played it in a while. You're saying 102.35. I'm going to say 102.488.
Oh. Whoa! Sub-hour? What?
Huh?
Huh? That makes no sense! This is okay, so this is why I went through and frame counted multiple runs, each individual mission, to check for accuracy of this timer. Because in my head, that was a clear, like, mid 102. No, that's a sub-hour run. That's my first sub-hour marathon run as well, which is ridiculous. How far off world record? What's my world record at the moment? 57.58. So literally 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say your record is 57 because I accidentally got a 58 when I was aiming for sub
Yes,
hour.
Argic.
I skipped the 59s and went right to 58.
I mean, to be fair,
it's like,
I skipped the 58s and went straight to the 57.
Yep.
So.
That's what I said though. I'm stealing that 57 from you. That's it.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
No, drywall. Genuinely, it was an accident. I was one. So what it was, right? Quick story time. Huds and King Roads did an amazing run at ESA, and it was fantastic. And I was slipping. I was falling behind. I was like 103s, 102s, and I'm like, I want to get sub hour. I know I can get sub hour, and I want to do it. And then I had a phenomenal run, and it was really good. And I was really happy about it because it didn't crash. And I'm like, I was really happy that, because my game has a tendency to crash. Like, a marathon run I did had 8 crashes at one point. And I'm like, I am the most unluckiest man in the world for this game. But genuinely, we then came back, we did a run, and it was a 58. And Huds had just got record.
I just got record.
And I'm like, I don't want to tell him because it's like, I just got a 58, and I'm like, no, it's not on speedrun.com because I don't upload to that website, and you know this.
Yeah, I've never uploaded to that website. But yeah, I legit had the record for what, less than 24 hours?
It was less than 24 hours. I felt
got the
so
run,
bad.
submitted it, it literally got accepted, and within, like, it got approved mid-run when Argic beat it. Arg was mid-run when it got approved. I was like, I have world record, and Arg beat it on that run.
Yeah,
that's fine. It took me less. What was it, like 2 or 3 days? I think, and I got to 57.
it was like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, it was great.
God, I love
no,
it.
I'm coming. I'll steal it from you. Don't worry about it.
Excellent. Love a bit of competition. Anyways, we could waffle on forever, me and him. But first and foremost, Sir, thank you so much for having me on your marathon. Thank you for letting me show off what I genuinely believe certainly was the best Sonic game of 2023. Yeah, it's been over a year since it came out now. Definitely the best Sonic game of 2023. Sorry, Superstars, but this was better. One of the best 3D Sonic games to come out easily in like the last decade. Maybe except for Frontiers. I know people love some of the other ones, but genuinely, this is an amazing game. If you have an Apple device, please give this a shot. Give it a play. You will fall in love with it. Just use the free trial on Apple Arcade. Make sure you cancel it when you're done. Don't pay for it unless you want to keep paying for it and keep playing it. Come and speedrun it. It's a phenomenal game. Arg, thank you so much for commentating as always, mate. Lovely having you here. Can't do these runs without you because I need to concentrate, so, you know.
Thank you for having me.
But yeah, other than that, we'll hand it back onto the next runs. Have a great rest of the marathon. See you all again very soon. Bye.
Bye.